Yes, I am going to buy a house that I can rent out for the masters. But does it matter what kind of house that I buy? Yes, it does. We're talking masters rentals, and it's part 2 in a series, and we're starting right after this. Hi, I'm Kimberly Lahodny with Georgia Coast Homes, powered by Real Broker here in Augusta, Georgia. And today we're talking about masters rentals. It's part 2 in our series, and we're going to talk about what kind of house should you think about buying if you want to rent your house out for the masters. Okay, first, before we get started, it's so important that above all else, you love your house, and it's a type of house that you would buy in the first place. I mean, what's the point of buying a house for yourself if you don't love it? Now, of course, we're talking about potentially making a lot of money for a very short period of time here in the Augusta area by renting it out for the masters. But I always tell my clients, make sure it's in the area that you want, it's meeting the needs of your family for the rest of the year. I can't imagine buying something only for it to be an investment property if it's only being used for 1 or 2 weeks. And we can talk about what that looks like too. I mean, if you are a solid investor and you want a house that potentially is across from the National and you want to make some money off of it, there are ways to rent out your house as an investment property. That's a whole nother video. So we'll talk about that later. But back to the point. There are 2 types of houses that people typically have that they rent out for the masters: a sleeper house and a hospitality house. We're going to start with the sleeper house because a lot of people who live in their house year-round really would prefer this. There's less wear and tear on the house, and this is what you're going to need. The sleeper house usually is a house that can sleep a lot of people. They do not use the kitchen typically. They do not use any of your major appliances, and it's usually in your contract. We can talk about the ins and outs of contracts and how you should rent your house out, but this is ideally what you should have in your house if you're thinking about making maximum profit. Sleeper houses tend to have a lot of bedrooms that have a bathroom close by, if not in the same room. There are some houses that are built in the Evans area and the Augusta area that currently have this suite-like feel to even their non-master bedrooms. And it's hard to kind of track them down, but if you have a good agent that can connect you with the right house, we can locate that for you. Now, if you want just a nice little ranch house, houses that are more proximity-based to the masters actually make a lot of money, but don't necessarily have the same requirements of an ensuite in every bedroom. Now, these are key neighborhoods that, again, a great agent can target for you. And these houses typically can make anywhere between like $3,500 to $10,000 for that week. And it really has to do with how you've dressed it up, what it looks like, if it's in proximity to Augusta National, and if it's even walkable or if it's a golf cart ready kind of situation. Now, you cannot take your golf carts on to Augusta National, but you can park it in the parking lot. Now, you may be asking, well, what kind of house? Does it have to be absolutely beautiful? Does it have to be a certain type of house? No. It has to be a very well-maintained house that you care for, like you were listing it on Airbnb. A lot of different sites, and even on this channel, we will talk about how to prep your house for masters, but right now we're just talking about what do you like? It can be a ranch house, it can be a colonial, it can be kind of a modern mid-century Ramblers. So we have all those different types of houses, and it doesn't necessarily have to be in proximity of Augusta National. There are key neighborhoods throughout Columbia County where people rent for the masters and make a really good amount of money. Now we're going to talk about the hospitality house. These houses are a little bit extra. So what this looks like is a house that has sleeping accommodations, sure, but definitely party accommodations. People rent these houses out to host parties. They want to use your kitchen. They want to use your dining room. They want to use your pool. Some people even have a golf simulator room in their house. They have indoor theaters. There are TVs in every room. This is a house where a lot of life is going to be happening. A lot of people are going to be coming in and out, and you can actually charge quite a bit more for your house just to be a cushion for the wear and tear, but also just the level of activity that goes on at your house. It is ideal if this house really has everything. It has a great flow for guests. It doesn't really require the bedrooms to be all perfect, but it definitely requires your downstairs spaces and your outdoor spaces to be absolutely off the charts. If you want maximum amount of money, it is the whole house. It's your bedrooms, it's your outdoor spaces, it's your front porch, it's if you make a golf cart available, if you're in a golf cart community, if you even make master's tickets or women's invitational tickets available with the rental of your home. These are houses that you have a vacation quality experience. Now, of course, the sleeper houses should be really nice. I mean, they should be clean and neat and beautiful and tasteful, but they don't have to have that vavoom that a hospitality house has. Now, there are hybrid houses. These are houses that are immaculate and beautiful. They sleep quite a few people, sometimes up to 8 or 9 people, 10 or 11. They also have incredible entertainment spaces with a pool, indoor, outdoor living. These are hybrid houses, and you can navigate this with the company that you rent your house out with or Airbnb, how you want to navigate the pricing, if you want some kind of insurance on how much wear and tear goes into your house. So that's just a really brief video that is our number 2 in a series. I'll be back to tell you a little bit more about how to navigate what to do and how to prepare. I can't wait to connect with you. Again, look us up, subscribe, and always feel free to download our relocation guide if you're thinking about moving into the area.